Mm. Okay. Monday Night Raw, night after TLC. Wow, this show felt long. I don't know why. This show felt very longer than usual. It went a little bit overtime also. But this show felt very long. And what do we have to talk about Monday Night Raw tonight? Because I'm going to talk about a lot of very long matches, and there's a reason why a lot of these matches were long tonight. And what is the fallout of TLC, and what do they have to put on in this show, huh? Tell me, what do they have to put on here? And here's what they got, though. What are we, Des Moines, Iowa tonight? This fucking crowd, I don't know what to say about them, because they were very off tonight, but we're going to get into them soon enough, too. But Des Moines, Iowa, we had Seth Rollins, which he's from Davenport, Iowa, so he's still from Iowa and whatnot, which I saw people chant "Welcome home" and everything. Say he's from Davenport, but yes, he had AOP out there with him, and Seth, pretty much, he had them behind him, and he talked about AOP and everything, because he said that the Future showed up. The world's in his future when he showed up in NXT, and now it's happening again when he shows up on Raw. And talk about he beat Brock Lesnar twice, and people still label him as the Future. Everyone was always calling Seth the Future, according to him, until suddenly the mood changed. And he pretty much said that people question his leadership, but he has done nothing wrong. He said he's been a leader. Yeah, being a leader isn't about being cool or making popular decisions. It's about making decisions for the sake of progress. He pretty much went on to say that what happened to Kevin Owens was a tragedy, but he did it to himself. He resisted, and Kevin Owens became an example, according to Rollins. Rollins pretty much says that he told the fans the truth every step of the way, and that wasn't going to change, and that some people is going to hard to accept it, but he is a leader. And bigger than that, he's a visionary, as Seth Rollins, as he put it. Rollins pretty much went on to say that he wants to lead this brand of Monday Night Raw into the next year. The next decade, year. Same thing, if you ask me. It's just another day. But he wanted to bring Raw, above and beyond. And pretty much, whether or not you like it or not, you're coming with me by hook or by crook. And pretty much says he would have to impose his will. And if you resist his will, the AOP will enforce his will. And he pretty much says it's going to be a score to settle left, by the end of tonight. And it's not going to look good. It's going to be very unpopular. And he told the fans, you're not going to like it tonight. But he has to do what he has to do tonight. And he said he was sorry. And he pretty much threw the mic with, them leaving. So Seth pretty much... a good promo from him, especially now that he is heel and he has AOP with him. I'm sure there's going to be some Shield comparisons. I can already see that coming. I kind of called it before, but we'll see what comes from this, since, AOP's wearing suits and, Seth's still in his regular gear, even though he's just wearing all black right now. But this was a good promo. Pretty much saying he is the leader in that. His word is law around here, and if you cross him or cross his law, the AOP would be there to pretty much enforce the law in a way too. So we don't know who he's going to beat up. We'll get to that later on tonight, but it was, leaving some with the fans to go on for. Next, though, was the Viking Raiders or War Machine, Hanson and Rowe. They're out there to do a rematch with Gallows and Anderson. Pretty much as they came out, they said you're one of the most unstoppable team in decades of the WWE, but we've pinned you at Crown Jewel. Listen, this was a rematch from last night, okay? I swear this crowd could have been better, but this was a rematch from last night, which was a way better match that went on 20 minutes, because I didn't think this tag match was really going to go that long, especially after it went through 2 commercial breaks. This was good, I will say that. It was a better match than last night with all the chicken and the KFC and, the stupid count-out finish. This was a better match. it was a little bit surprising that they had Gallows and Anderson still go over, the tag team champions there, because Hanson went for a moonsault, which at least the crowd went into, but he missed it, and they pretty much knocked Rowe out of the ring, and they pretty much picked up Hanson, and they did the magic killer on him for the pinfall in. So Gallows and Anderson, I guess they get a title shot or whatnot now, since they beat them. It's like the second time in a row they've beaten them, so that must mean something. One thing I thought, which was crazy, and I could be wrong on what I'm saying, especially with the commentary team. I know they got, Joe, Vic Joseph, and Lawler, but as soon as Gallows and Anderson won, I don't know if it was, Vic Joseph or Samoa Joe, they said, and new tag team champions. I was like, the tag titles aren't on the line. And I think because I thought it was either Joe talking or Vic Joseph, but one of them corrected themselves and one corrected the other, say, yes, they should be the tag team champions, okay? They should be, all right? And maybe when the next time comes, maybe they will become the tag team champions, but I swear one of them said, new tag team champions. And I'm like, wait, the titles aren't on the line, no. So I was sitting there like, what's the commentary team talking about? The belts aren't on the line, so what was he talking about? Strange, but at least they kind of recovered from that, okay. But, like I said, it was a better match. It's just better than the bullshit finish they had the night before, so I was okay with that. Pretty much AJ Styles pretty much said, I'm facing Randy Orton tonight. And he's going to embarrass him and everything. He doesn't want them out there because he wants to do it alone. They have Eric Rowan and his skunk. I still think it's a ferret in the cage. I have no idea what this is. He went against Dante Leon. This was a jobber out there. And basically it was just Rowan running around him, chasing him until he tripped, and he hit him with the claw slam about a couple times. It was over. Listen, man, I'm still thinking it's a ferret, and I'm kind of glad Harper is gone from this company now, so he doesn't have to team with this guy anymore. Thank God, because I got sick of them teaming, whatever form of way they wanted to have them team back with each other. Bludgeon Brothers, Wyatt family. I'm kind of glad that's not going to happen anymore. I still want to know what's in that cage. In a way, it's a ferret. Okay, I still think it's a ferret. Almas and Vega were in the back, being interviewed by Trey Caruso. Pretty much asked him if he would be the favorite of the Gauntlet match, especially his losses to Humberto Carrillo involved. He spoke Spanish and walked off. Vega pretty much says that Carrillo beating him was the worst thing that happened to him because, now they take him serious now. And Almas pretty much says tonight. He said esta noche. I know he said tonight. Well, I guess he was going to get him tonight. I'm sorry if I don't know all Spanish, but I know he said that. They had another video for Liv Morgan, which this was a little bit different. She was in the mirror. Pretty much said that her friends telling her how to act and how to be comfortable in her own skin, and she's always been self-destructive. Pretty much Morgan climbed into a bathtub, and she had no choice to destroy herself to make the real her can emerge. And it said to be continued. So I guess the mystery of Liv Morgan, I don't know where it's going, this makeover thing with her. At least they're finally doing something when they started showing the promo last week. Am I interested? I am in a way. I do want to see what happens. I don't know what's going to happen, but I am interested to see what will happen between whatever Liv Morgan is going to do. I have no idea, but it's something I want to know. Oh boy, here's the next one. Bobby Lashley and Lana come to the ring. Lana starts talking. As soon as I heard her talk, the first thing I said was get the strap. Just get the strap, man. Get the strap. Get the freaking strap, okay? Just get the strap. I don't want to hear her. And this is another thing that kind of went on for a while. Pretty much introduced Lashley. He won the match last night. Her hot boyfriend. People chanting Rusev Day. Lana pretty much says we're trying to move on. That Rusev Day is dead. Fans chanting Bobby sucks. And she says Lashley does not suck. And then Lana pretty much pulled out a ring box. And this is where it got weird. She says, I need you to ask me to marry me, she says. Lashley just kind of looked confused for a second. And then for a second, he says, Lana, I don't like it when anybody tells me what to do. And for a minute there, I'm like, is he about to turn on her? Please do. I was hoping this was going to be a double cross. Because, in a way, I kind of saw this in my head like this, like, oh, no, I don't want to marry you, okay? This was fun and everything, but there was no marriage involved or whatever part of the plan they were doing, because this is one of these, it's not a hit it and quit it situation, I guess, obviously, but this is just having fun, and I'm hitting it in a way instead of marrying you. So I'm hitting it to be hitting it. You know where I'm going with this. So there you go. But I'm sure people were hoping that she was gonna turn on her in this story, but he said except you. So pretty much she goes just like we rehearsed. So this is obviously a trap for Rusev. So they're kind of giving it away. Well, she got on one knee, pretty much says you're the most beautiful in the world and the most amazing female wrestler in WWE. I don't know what planet or dimension that is from, but that must be from some Earth 1616 or some shit like that. I don't know, but he said that with the most amazing power we could kind of, the most powerful power couple in the company. So Lashley pretty much asked him to marry her, and Lana pretty much, just like we rehearsed, and she said yes several times. Not like Daniel Bryan or anything, but several yes. And I just sat there listening to this screaming bird, and all I just kept thinking was, get the strap, get the strap, get the strap. And because this feud, I don't know where it's going right now. So apparently, there will be a wedding from this. I'm sure it'll be a wrestling wedding. I don't know what's going to happen. I don't know. Okay? But I can tell sooner or later, next week or two, it's going to be Rusev destroying the wedding. Like we've seen in many, many wrestling weddings in the past. I'm sure a lot of people do not care, but apparently this is bringing in high ratings, especially from YouTube. And a lot of people say Rusev is over, so maybe something is working from this. Maybe it is. I could be wrong. I don't know. But that's what I hear a lot. There was a Gauntlet match then for a shot at the U.S. title. R-Truth. What has he really done to even get a title shot, honestly, other than run around with the 24/7 title? I don't know. Please tell me. Akira Tozawa, he loses every week on Monday Night Raw to several people. He's an enhancement talent. Matt Hardy, ever since Matt came back, he's been losing to people. Humberto, he's the only one in this, and Almas, because they got their whole feud. But who else? Oh yes, Ricochet. Well, what do they call him? The superhero. So that's the only thing with Ricochet. But R-Truth came out. Of course, he did his rap, and he said he wouldn't be in the WWE right now if it wasn't for his childhood hero John Cena, which he's older than John Cena. And pretty much says, he defended the U.S. title in open challenge every Saturday morning, and said he's going to take, both titles and become the first ever U.S. apostrophe 24/7 champion at WrestleMania, which he pointed at the sign, but there is no WrestleMania sign yet because we're not there to WrestleMania. We got to get to the Rumble before we get to Mania. Basically, though, Truth went against Tozawa. It didn't really go that long. Tozawa ended up, rolling up Truth. The usual 24/7 suspects came out and chased Truth away then. Next was Ricochet and Tozawa, which was actually a pretty good match, I will say that. Pretty enjoyable. It was actually really good. Ricochet ended up winning, which almost like a ripcord recoil, I would say. Like the guy was going for a Rainmaker, or V-trigger, but like I said, a ripcord recoil finished in. So that was actually not a bad match. Matt Hardy came out then to go against Ricochet. This wasn't bad. I also actually thought Matt Hardy was going to win after he went for the Twist of Fate, but fans seemed a little bit pissed that Matt Hardy lost because Matt was pretty over here. Matt got rolled up, and it looked like the announce team was confused because I think they thought it was a 2, and everything kind of got odd for a minute because I'm sure people want to know, was it a 2, was it 3, was it 2 with a 3, but when they went back to the replay, it was actually a 3 count. So Yeah, it was actually a 3 count. So Matt Hardy was out then. Humberto Carrillo went against Ricochet. This went on for was really good. I will say that very fun match. I will say that these guys were really going out there. Carrillo with that damn Canadian Destroyer looked botchy as hell out there at the end before he hit the moonsault for the win. But this was really great. They really had a good back and forth out there for several minutes. So I thought this was actually good. But next thing you know, Almas comes out from behind after Vega was just watching for several minutes from the stage. Almas came in and attacked him on the outside, pretty much in double knees on him, and then they brought up like the padding under the floor, and pretty much he hit the hammerlock DDT onto the floor, then leaving Humberto there. Rey Mysterio pretty much came out to help Humberto then as Almas backed away. So basically, his thing doesn't make sense. This gauntlet match went on for a while. I think over 30, 40 minutes, almost like it took up the hour and whatnot, okay? Because I know why they're eating time. Because number one, the only reason why Monday Night Raw is eating time tonight, because we have to tape another show in like pretty much on the same night. So this crowd is going to be still there currently as I'm doing this review. They're going to be there for like 6 hours, and they were already dead throughout half this gauntlet match, even for the rest of the night too. Let's see if what's going to happen next Monday when this is a tape show and you deal with an even deader crowd. They're just going to start have to piping in chants then to make it look good. But listen, of course we're taping Raw back to back tonight since this show and I'm working on this review for this show right now because Christmas is going to be next week, and I'm sure not a lot of shows are going to be playing next week, and that's why they're doing their big matches for this week, because Raw's going to be taped. We already know Raw's taped. It's going to be a tape show next week. You're not going to get any AEW or NXT on Wednesday, and if you do, it's possibly a clip show of everything that's been going on both of the shows lately, because none of these guys are going to be live on Christmas Day. Impact, we already know is taped, but it'll probably be a Christmas episode or whatnot. SmackDown, I heard, I believe SmackDown may be taped this week, but next week, I don't know. I'm just taking a guess on some of these things right now. But that's kind of how like some of these shows may be going by this week and next week of, okay, we're doing live. I don't think I don't know if they're going to be taping shows next week. I don't know. Maybe all these shows are taping shows next week. I don't freaking know. But basically, this, like I said, this match makes no sense. This looked like it just ate up time. So you do a gauntlet match just to end with no finish. So we don't even have a winner now. We have no winner. But then pretty much there's more right after as they helped Humberto after the commercial, put him on a stretcher and whatnot. Seth Rollins came out with the AOP. Seth Rollins had Rey Mysterio steel pipe with him, and the AOP pretty much jumped Rey. Rollins says, "Listen, man, I just want to give you your pipe back you gave the Owens." And after they beat him up, Rollins says, "Listen, man," because he tried to grab him and they beat him up some more, and he says, "It didn't have to be this way, man. It really didn't. You just didn't have to give that pipe to him, all right? And, an eye for an eye is a tooth for a tooth and whatnot. But I'm a merciful leader, okay?" He says, "You owe me one, Rey." Which they teased walking away, but Rollins came back, hit a curb stomp on him to take him down. So, like I said, I guess Seth said we were going to get someone tonight. And Rey Mysterio did help Kevin Owens. He gave him his big homie, and that was the pipe. So look what happened. But basically, right after Seth Rollins pretty much said, he challenged Rey next week for, put his U.S. title on the line. Now, here's something that doesn't make sense here. We did a freaking gauntlet match that went on nearly, 40-something minutes out for nearly about half the show, which took out several commercial breaks. You ended in literally a no contest because Almas has to take out, Carlo on the stage, so we don't really know who won. But all of a sudden, Seth, who's really done nothing other than the whole night than talk and hit one curb stomp, he basically said, "Hey man, I want to open challenge. Hey, I want a challenge now. I want a U.S. title shot." So yeah, that's next week. So what did you really do to get a title shot to begin with? This makes no sense because some of the guys in that gauntlet match that made no sense going into this thing too. But now, Seth gets a title shot after you just did 30-40 minutes of a gauntlet match with no winner or no contest. Makes no freaking sense. But yeah, it just makes no sense. Yeah, he gets a title shot for whatever reason. So he's done nothing, but he gets a title shot for beating up Ray after the 5-on-5 Gauntlet. I don't know. They show Orton somewhere in an interview talking about him facing Styles and about what happened at WrestleMania months ago when AJ got the win on him. The Kabuki Warriors, Asuka and Kairi Sane came out. Asuka pretty much headed to the ring on her own as Kairi Sane stayed back there. And, I have heard in the past 24 hours about, Kairi Sane's injury. And, hopefully she's okay and whatnot. But I saw that match, and I know that part where, Charlotte hit the exploder on Kairi to the outside, and she landed on her head, and we can go from the spear and the slap. And I don't know if it was on purpose or anything, because I saw what happened and whatnot. I think they were smiling on Twitter, but I don't know how hurt Kairi Sane is. I just heard she had a concussion after that, and she still wrestled the entire match. Maybe they don't really want to let her go out there because they're going to keep her by ringside, but I don't think they want to take that risk because this concussion can be serious and whatnot. So best to keep her as low as possible and just have her come out with Asuka, but then walk right back to the back then. So, we didn't really hear from anything with Kairi Sane after, especially some of the hard bumps and falls she took last night, in that crazy, insane TLC match or whatnot, whatever you want to call it, for the TLC. But yeah, I don't know when whenever Kairi Sane is medically cleared, but I guess it's gonna be Asuka, and they just gotta keep Kairi Sane to a minimum until this whole concussion thing wears off. But Asuka went against Deonna Purrazzo from NXT, which I was actually surprised seeing on this show in general, especially for a full match too with Asuka. Which, listen, I know Deonna Purrazzo is. I don't know if I've seen enough of her in NXT, but I've seen Deonna Purrazzo wrestle before. And, this wasn't bad, especially attacking Asuka right off the bat. This wasn't bad or anything, but then again, why is Deonna Purrazzo even on Monday Night Raw? I don't know, but I don't think I've seen that much on NXT, to be honest, too. But I don't know. Something about it just... I don't know why they had her out there. It's like when they were trying to do something. I don't know. I wish the crowd would have cared a little bit more, but that's what that was. Becky was being interviewed by Caruso, talking about the loss she had at TLC when they lost to the Kabuki Warriors. And Becky said, I haven't been myself in the past few months, all right? She thought the powers that be were trying to bury her by putting her in the tag division, but she said they were trying to protect me because I'm the golden goose that is on the media outlets and interviews and whatnot. And she says, taking that loss, to Asuka and everything, because they don't think she can beat Asuka. And it's messed with her for a while since, last year at the Royal Rumble. And, whatnot. And they asked, being the champion and everything. Well, Charlie Caruso said, what do you think about the people that, they said Asuka should be champion? I don't think this feud has gone off that long for Asuka to be champion. She already has the title, but, Becky Lynch looked in the camera, pretty much addressing Asuka. Pretty much said she had her number, and she's going to change that because Asuka's had her number, but now she's going to change so she can beat Asuka now. So I guess the Asuka and Becky feud continue even after this tag match and whatnot, because it's not like Kairi's going to get involved right now. And Charlotte, I just still have Charlotte do something else since I'm sure a lot of people said damn near killed Kairi Sane out there last night. But we'll see what comes from that. Rey Mysterio said he accepted Seth Rollins' challenge and everything and whatnot, and still was going to go after Almas for what he tried to do with Humberto Carlo. But yeah, I guess title match on the line next week with AJ and not AJ, but Rollins and Mysterio. Randy Orton then winning against AJ Styles in the main event. This was a good match. Once it ate up time out there, and even a little bit overtime too in the last 2 minutes of the show. But especially AJ focusing on Randy Orton's knee, doing the calf killer several times. Trying to go for the Styles Clash, did not go for it. I did like the finish, especially when AJ was about to go for the forearm, but he faked it because Orton tried to do an RKO, couldn't get it. So Styles went back for the forearm, and still he got RKO'd then with Orton winning the match. Gallows and Anderson came out and attacked them. War Raiders came out. Pretty much beat up Gallows and Anderson. Well, tried to beat up Gallows and Anderson. But they OC got the upper hand. They took out, War Raiders, hit the match killer on Raw. And as they stood tall in the end of the show. So, That's basically what happened on Monday Night Raw. Very, very long matches for a reason, because they were trying to stretch time, because they know they have to tape a show right after, as I'm currently doing this review, they're already taping the show for next week's Monday Night Raw, okay? Like I said, because it is Christmas next week. So, listen, man, what do I have to say about this? Like I said, it was just very long. I like some of the matches, don't get me wrong. The Gauntlet match was good to an extent, especially with some people in the ring, especially like what I thought Humberto and Ricochet did good out there. Even Ricochet and Tozawa and whatnot. But at the same time, why do you have Tozawa and Matt Hardy and, even Truth when they don't wonder why they've lost more matches, to even wonder why they're even in this title match? And this was just a way to eat up time. This is basically what it was. But it doesn't make any sense now, even from these match standpoints, because it is a no contest. A no contest. So basically, Seth gets a title shot, but all the other 5-6 guys did this Gauntlet match for nothing, okay? And I guess it's a feud with Almas and Humberto going along, so that's got to go, but no one gets a title match from this. Heel Seth, at least it's working. I will say that. The fans are starting to boo. So at least he's trying to make this work with AOP. Liv Morgan video. Okay. Deonna Purrazzo and Rob. Wasn't a bad match with Asuka. It was brief. It was okay. Orton versus Styles was pretty good. I will say that too, but still. Same thing of it. Also in this it's 3 hours, man. I'm telling you, man, this 3-hour show. At least I thought that tag match was better than the last tag match from last night. So I don't know. That's all I really got to say from Monday Night Raw, okay? So, yeah, this is like I said, you got one live tonight. You got it taped next week. Will I do a review for next week? Possibly, okay? I don't really read spoilers or anything. I don't read spoilers to any type of wrestling show for a reason. Unless I really don't care, then I will look it up. But I stay away from spoilers for a reason. Hey, that's my thing, so there you go, all right? But, other than that, that's your Monday Night Raw review for the night. Like I said, it just felt long. I don't know why it felt long. Maybe it's because the Gauntlet match and some of these matches were nearly 20 or 30 minutes long. Like I said, they got to stretch time because we got more next week. So they got to do as much as they possible. They got to tape 2 shows. So that, that crowd out there, hope you drank some coffee and got some energy up because you seemed dead out there earlier tonight. And I'm sure you're going to be dead out there next week. So grab a hot cup of coffee or some type of energy drink to keep yourself up. That's what I think. But yeah, take an energy drink or something to keep yourself up because it looks like you guys are going to need this drink or whatever you're going to need out there because they seem dead out there tonight and you got to sit through 6 hours of a tape show. Like, you went through one live and now you got to do one tape. So, hey, good luck to you, Des Moines, if you can have some energy out there. But other than that, I am done with this review. So, comment, subscribe. Tell me what you think about this show. Follow me on Twitter, HoodedKnight890. Check out my TLC review that is up, posted right now. Check up anything that is a review from any other past review of AEW, NXT, Impact, Raw, SmackDown, or anything else that comes to mind, or any pay-per-view that is up. So, other than that, blah, 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 etc., etc., you guys know the deal. Fuck Lifetime. I guess, check out my TLC review. Also, so yeah. Other than that, I am done with this show. I better go finish some things up before I get out of here or go to sleep tonight. So, still got some other work to do other than this. But I am done with this review of Monday Night Raw. I am out of here. I will see you guys later. Peace out.